Yo, what's good everyone? I am Control Deck here, and today I am bringing you guys a top 10 Warzone Season 5 loadouts. They all have a mix and range of weapons that can be used in any circumstances. They can be used in Rebirth, Fortune's Keep, and in Caldera. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, subscribe, and we'll jump straight into it. Right, let's hop out the loadouts. We're kicking things off with loadout number 1, where we are rocking the UMG8 LMG, which I think is one of the most dominant long-range viable weapons you can use in the game as of right now in Season 5. This is the build we're rocking. It has little as your recoil. You can swap strafe angled, maybe for bipod. You can crouch and it gives you those laser beams, but I personally prefer the strafe angled. I don't really like losing out on the aim down sight speed you get with using the bipod, but as I said, it can be changed into your preference. Then we're rocking the PPSH as the secondary. We're rocking the hip fire build. You can swap it out slightly, make it more long range, make it more viable at those mid-range gunfights, you know, drop the ammunition to lengthened over hollow point. I prefer this build. I get up close, I, spam the hip fire, and it wins 9 out of 10 gunfights. And then swapping on to loadout number 2, it is going to be the STG, which definitely fell out of meta and definitely isn't as strong as it used to be, but it's still very powerful and very strong in the current meta. You can swap the constant tactical stock as well. You can make it the precision or the weighted if you struggle with the accuracy. I don't, and I quite like this build. And once again, you can change to the bipod if you're really struggling. I prefer the agility build. I prefer having, acrobatic over nerves of steel. But you can swap them if that's what you prefer, of course. If you're a more slower paced player that likes to, have those laser beams. And then we're pairing that up with the Blixen, aka the Blicky. This is the long range Blixen as well. Rocking the recoil booster, the Bergstorm 17 F3 barrel, usual attachment, slate reflector, remove stock, the M13 hand stop. You can also swap that out for the SG98 compact if you would like. I like the M141 hand stop. 54 magazine, lengthened, grooved, fleet, and quick. Quite simple stuff. Quick SMG, quick agility, quick mobility. I love it for its mobility and agility, and being able to bob and weave in and out of gunfights. Hopping on to loadout number 3, we're going to kick things off with the Cooper Carbine. This one is more like a Rebirth, maybe Fortune's Keep gun. I wouldn't necessarily recommend it to be used on Caldera, but you can use it on Caldera if you like. This is a loadout I rock here. I wouldn't really change much on it. Maybe put on like a no stock if you want to play super quick, but not much that I would really change on here to make it any better than it already is. Now, pairing that up with the Blixen recoil booster long barrel, which the meta has shifted a little bit. It used to be the body barrel, the 550 barrel, but I now have tested and I do find the longer barrel to be the best. Now, of course, this is more of a Caldera SMG if you want to, win those medium range gunfights, too close range gunfights. But I rock this in Caldera, Fortune's Keep, and Rebirth, and it absolutely fries, and it keeps up with the PPSH. Hopping into the next loadout, we've got the Volk. Now this one is questionable, but I recently used this and I dropped 31 kills in Caldera, and I paired it with the gun you'll see next. As you can see, I'm rocking the MX silencer, the longer barrel, 3-6 scope, the adjustable stock as well, helps with the initial recoil when the gun first shoots and kicks. Strafe angled, you wouldn't really go bipod in this. I like to keep it kind of quick. It is on the quicker side of the assault rifles. 45 mag, you lose bullet penetration and damage range, but genuinely, you won't feel it. Lengthened, stippled, perfectionist, fully loaded. Definitely an unconventional assault rifle to use in Caldera, but it definitely does get the job done. We partnered that, as I said. The gun that we used was the Owen. We used a recoil booster. We're going to actually swap it to Shrouded. The short barrel, the rapid one, isn't actually the best one. It's not the one that I used. I used Shrouded. That was a misclick when I put that on. Slate reflector, remove stock, brace, quick, fabric, 72 round mag. Now, not we want to get the fire rate mag. You don't want to use the normal mag or the damage mag. You want to use the fire rate mag, as the Owen already has enough damage output. We go lengthened and the M1941 hand stop on it. Used to be meta, can still hang with the PPSH and the armor as of right now. We're halfway in, folks. Loadout number 5, we're rocking the Automaton. I believe it's a fan favourite. When you ask people, what was their favourite meta, they like to say the Automaton. Well, I'm here to say it's back. The Automaton is most certainly back. This build right here can keep up with any gun in the game. Granted, it may lose a couple gunfights to the LMG because it is absolutely busted at the moment, but if you're like me and you're bored of the LMG meta, this is a great alternative, a great swap around, and it's very fun to use, and I'm sure you guys will get fun and enjoyment out of using this build. Not much has changed. Some people like to run the Zac Skeletal. I run the Anesthesia Padded. I think the stock is the only thing that's really up for debate to change, and I prefer Anesthesia Padded personally. Loadout number 6 now, we've got a little unconventional one, but this gun really does keep up in the current meta. For some reason, I was a hater of the gun, but it really can hang. We've got the M13 Little Modern Warfare throwback, throwing it all the way back to the M13. Absolutely shreds. This is the build I rock. Now, you can change the tac laser out for, I would recommend, Commando foregrip, but you really don't need it. You just got to run tac laser, learn a little bit of recoil. It's not much, just a little bit, and it absolutely beams and shreds to the medium to close range. Can do long range as well, though. And I paired that with the MP7, which definitely caught me off guard. I know it's a little throwback to the Modern Warfare guns. The MP7 was meta way back in Season 1 Modern Warfare, but it's definitely back in the mixer. Maybe not top tier, but if you are bored of the top tier loadouts, this is a good fallback. You've got the Multi Expressor, FSS Recon, 5mm laser, no stock, and 60 round mag. Now, it is a hipfire build. There's a lot of hipfire builds going around right now, but this build really does slap. 60 mags as well. You can't quite go wrong with an SMG with so much ammo. Hopping into loadout number 7, I believe it's 7. So we're rocking the KG. Now, the KG was meta for a long time, fell off, doesn't do as good as it used to, but it still makes it in the top 10 loadouts, 100%, no doubt in my mind. This loadout, it is the standard loadout that was used while it was in meta. It can still be used, it just fell out because obviously everyone is using the LMGs, DPSH, and stuff like that, but this mate is sick. If you want to use this one, it's a lot of fun. I recommend it for sure. Now, they paired it up with a weld gun. Now, the issue with the weld gun is its magazine size. It only has 40 rounds in the chamber, and it's not viable in things outside of duos, but it definitely does a lot of damage and has a high damage output. This is the build that I was rocking. It's quick, it's agile, and you win a lot of your one-on-one engagements, and sometimes your 1v2s if you can spare the ammunition. Hop on to the next loadout. We have another throwback to the Modern Warfare days. We have got the Graw. Everyone loved the Graw back in the day. The Iron Sight Graw mate, it was a lot of fun, and I feel like Call of Duty was definitely popping and at its peak around about this time. Now, we're rocking Monolith Expressor, the Tempest Archangel, the VLK, Commando foregrip, 60 round mags, pretty standard stuff. The only thing I really say to change, maybe drop 50, drop to the 50 mag if you prefer that little ADS speed. I don't know, it's an assault rifle. It's not going to be a quick assault rifle. It's heavy, but it beams and it does a lot of damage. There's a high damage output for wiping out full teams of 4. We paired that up with the short Blixen, the small Blicky, the recoil booster, the Johnson 9 RMK barrel, and all the other attachments are the same, but we do rock the SG98 compact on this build, as I like to keep it quick, agile, and have that high strafe potential and speed. And hopping on to loadout number 9, we're moving on to the sniper rifles. Now, I really love this build. I love this sniper rifle. We have the anti-tank Gorenka right here, or should I say the Gorenka anti-tank rifle. I don't know why I said the names backwards, but I did. MX silencer, 420 Empress, reinforced stock, focus, on hand is perk 2, stipple grip is the rear grip, the 10 round magazine is the bottom one right there. FMJ rounds, you don't get lengthened, and then the bipod, you crouch and you can spam this, and it is absolutely amazing. Now, I prefer the default scope. Some people like the 3 to 6 times scope, or the 7 times scope. I like the default scope. And we paired that up with the long range armor. As I said, this gun can win its mid-range gunfights if need be. And, it is probably one of the better sniper supports that you can rock in the game. Maybe rock a Volk with it, but I prefer the armor so I can win those close range gunfights as well. Then hopping on to the last loadout, it is another sniper rifle. It is going to be the Freeline. This is the build we're rocking. It has 20 rounds in the chamber, so you basically never have to reload. If you reload every time you get out of a fight, when you get into your next fight, you can miss 10 shots and you still have 10 spare. It is a sick build. It's really good. I prefer the anti-tank personally, but I know some people don't like the semi-automatic rifles and they want to use one that, they can cut back and it's very accurate. And If that's you, then this is the build for you. And we do pair that up again with another long range armor. As I said, I feel like it's probably the best sniper support, and if I was building a loadout and I was giving you the honest, true top 10 that I like, I'm going to pair the armor with basically every sniper rifle that I get, unless I'm feeling a little bit of a change, and I would run the Volk, as I said. And that'll be it, folks. That is the top 10 Warzone Season 5 loadouts that I would recommend. You know, if I missed any out, feel free to comment them down below, and I'll make sure to add them to the next one, but I truly do believe that these will be the top 10 loadouts. Let me know if you try any out, you enjoy them, and until next time, Clan, I will catch you later. Goodbye.